Research problem observation, you notice that students seem more engaged and get better grades when they use tablets for math practice compared to traditional textbook. Research problem is what the researcher wants to investigate, find out through the process of scientific method. A problem may be written in an interrogative sentence or statement that asks what relation exists between two or more variables. For example, are children who have had kindergarten experience better prepared for first grade? Or the experience of kindergarten has better preparation for first grade children. Source of problem. There are several sources of research problems. Some main sources are experience. Experience may arise problems when we participate in class discussion, read articles in local newspapers and educational journals, or interact with others. Such problems are called practical research problems. Theories. Theories are the most meaningful source of the research. Educationally relevant theories, such as theories of learning and behavior, can provide the inspiration for many research problems. Conflicting evidence in the literature or gap between the research, also called research-based research problems. Electronic mailing lists are designed by organizations or special interest groups to facilitate communication among their members, such as lists, and can be useful to request advice and feedback and conduct dialogue with the peers and experts in their fields. Okay, technological change create new opportunity and challenge in society, which foster new demand in educational system that needs to be investigated. Another one, social change also create new opportunity and challenge. To cope with the societal needs, demands, and aspiration, research and development is continuously desirable. Identifying, defining, analyzing, and studying the resource problem. Identifying the resource problem. Step 1. Select a general problem related to area of expertise and particular interest. For example, how to teach science for better achievement of students. The step 2. Narrow down the general problem area to a specific, for example, uh, how to teach science for grade 12 students for better achievements, for bachelor levels students for better achievements.
Bulan Sabnaman. Tisar di Afnaman.
मेहनत करन सालकिन साल. Okay, sorry. Step identifying the resource problem. Step 1, select a general problem. And step 2, narrow down the general problem. Defining the resource problem. Defining resource problem specifies what does the researcher wants to know. The most important consideration at this point is to decide whether the problem better fits quantitative or qualitative approach. Quantitative research describes the problem by collecting and statistically analyzing the numeric data, but the qualitative research understands, explores the problem through the views of individuals. Analyzing the research problem, the following questions should be answered positively to become a good research problem. Is the problem is significant? Can the problem be solved by the process of research? Is the problem new, original one? Is the problem workable? Has the problem theoretical value? Is the problem such that pertinent data are made available? Stating the research problem, according to Creswell 2012, the statement of the problem section includes the following 5 aspects regardless of whether the study is the quantitative or qualitative. The topic, the research problem, or justification of the importance of the problem as found in the past research and in practice. The deficiencies in our existing knowledge about the problem. The audience that will benefit from a study of the problem. According to Gay 2012, for a quantitative approach, a well-written topic problem statement generally describes the variables of interest and specific relation among those variables. The beginning sentence maybe this study determines the effective of existing teaching strategies in teaching uh, at grade 11, 12, bachelor's, master's, and so on. For qualitative resource topics, a problem of stated in the more general language than quantitative ones, the beginning sentence maybe the study explores the ways of teaching uh, in science, chemistry, physics at grade 11, 12, bachelor, master's, achievement of the students for a score. Research objectives. Research objectives are the expected outcomes of the research or summary what is to be achieved by the study. Objectives should be closely related to research problem, cover the different aspects of the problem, start with the action verbs that are specific enough, for example, to determine, to present, to identify, to explore, to examine, to describe, to compare. Facilitate the development of the resource activities. For example, to analyze the effectiveness of existing teaching strategies for teaching chemistry, physics in the classroom, and to explore the strategies for the teaching 11, 12 of, to enhance the achievement of the students. To explore the strategies for teaching chemistry 11, 12, bachelor's, master to enhance the achievement of the students. Research questions are also expected outcomes of the study written in a more specific interrogative form. These are derived from problem objectives of the study and especially used in qualitative research. Research questions should be break down the problem into questions in a brief, clear, concise, and interconnected manner. Cover the different aspects of the problem, give the guidance to the researcher for further research activities. Research question: does the use of tablets in textbook significantly improve the matrix score of fifth grade students? Examples: what the teaching strategies are currently applied in the classroom, how the existing strategies are applied in the classroom, why do we teachers believe these existing strategies are best fit for the teaching and chemistry, physics, what studies are better to teach than the those of the currently applied, how teachers can apply these newly explored teaching methods, teaching strategies in classroom, why these newly explored teaching strategies are best fit for the classroom in teaching in chemistry. Hypothesis are conjectural statement of relationship between two or more variables, or statement that is suggested by the knowledge or observation that has not yet been proved or disproved. On the basis how they are stated resource alternative versus null hypothesis. Research alternative hypothesis an affirmative statement to predict relationship between the variables. The statement starts with there is the significant difference between and denoted by the symbolically S1, SA, mu1 not equal to mu2. Null hypothesis or negative statement to predict relationship between the variables. Statement starts with that there is no significant difference between and denoted by the symbolically as naught, mu1 equal to mu2. For example, S1, there is significant difference between the achievement of the grade grade student taught by the existing teaching strategies and the newly explored teaching strategies in S0. There is no significant difference between the achievement of the grade students taught by the existing teaching strategies and the newly explored teaching strategies in. In research, you must test two opposing ideas, null hypothesis. There is no significant difference in the math scores between the students using the tablets and those using textbooks. Alternative hypothesis, students using tablets will have significantly higher math scores than those using textbooks. The research design, for example, 60 students into the groups. Uh, Group A, 30 students use textbook. Group B, 30 students use tablets. Level of significance, you set this at 0.05, meaning you want to be 95% sure your results are not just log. Degree of freedom for this kind of test, two groups, the formula is often n1 plus n2 minus 2, two variables. In this case, degree of freedom 30 minus 2 58. Case first, if the tablets worked significant, since our calculated t-value 2.85 is greater than the table value 2 at the 0.05 significance level with 58 degrees of the freedom, we reject the null hypothesis. This means that there is a significant difference in scores and tablets likely improves student achievements. If there is no real change, non-significant. Since the calculated t value is 1.10 is less than the table value to we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This means there is no significant difference in scores and a small improvement since was likely due to random chance.